So there is a mystery with the Harley Davidson Softails, and that's for the fog lamps or the auxiliary lamps and the switch, which some bikes have it and some bikes don't, and some bikes it's even hidden. Catch you inside.
RevelatorAlf.
Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. Hope you're enjoying the channel and the series of videos. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share, and check out the website RevelatorAlf.com. So in this video I'm talking about your switchgear on your Harley Davidson Softail here, and the turn indicator. If you go to page 71, I believe, of the owner's manual, you'll see this picture. And basically what this is, it is the generic switchgear for the Harley Softail. Now actually there's only one bike, as far as I'm aware, in the Softail range that has that switchgear, and that is the Deluxe, because it has the auxiliary lamps either side of the main headlights. However, all the other bikes don't have it, so it would be an afterthought really to put fog lamps or auxiliary lamps on your bike. But the switch housing isn't present. So what does this mean? Well, basically what you're going to have to do is rewire your handlebars and get switch housing and the actual switches from the Deluxe, and then you can pop it through there, get all the wiring done, and then you'd actually wire in your fog lamps to that wiring beneath the fuel tank. But you'd also have to go to Harley Davidson dealership so that they can reflash the BCM and the ECM. Now what does reflashing mean? Basically it's just a slang term. It means that they have to go into the software of the BCM and actually turn on that switching process. So when you activate the switch on the left hand switch gear, then the lights come on, but also comes on your instrument module as well, the little icon, the fog lamp or auxiliary light icon. So that's what you would have to do if you actually want fog lamps to be operated from the same switch as the left turn indicator here. So most of the Harley Davidson Softails as standard do not come with a left turn indicator and fog lamp or auxiliary lamp switch, only the Deluxe. Most only have the left turn indicator, like mine. I'll show you. Okay, this is just the left turn indicator. Now when you press it on the right hand side, there is no movement whatsoever. So it only has the left function there, as you can see, but nothing on the right hand side. However, some Harley Davidson Softails, some sport lines, they do have the ability for the switch to actually rock over on the right hand side. Although it's still blank there isn't actually a picture of a fog lamp or auxiliary lamp. There is a rocker there. Now it appears, there's a bit of a mystery here, but it appears that there's been a batch of bikes in different markets around the world that have had the switchgear and all the wiring already put in. So this means that all you need to do is actually connect up fog lamps to the wiring beneath the fuel tank, and you shouldn't need a reflash of the BCM ECM either. All you need, it'll be plug and play and away you go, although the switch is hidden. Now some of you may have already picked up on this if you've bought turn indicator extensions, and you can pick them up in the United States. There's a picture there, and I think they're about $24.95, something like that, and you can put those on. Now if you pull up on the switch on the left hand side of the turn indicator, when you've got the extension caps, you pull up here on the left hand side and effectively you're pushing on the right hand side there. What happens is that the fog lamp comes on. People have seen the fog lamp icon come on the instrument module down there.
With the engine run switch on, lift the indicator, fog light comes on. Lift the indicator again, fog light goes out.
So basically that means that wiring is already there. So for you guys, if this has happened to you, if you're one of those few bikes within this batch or different markets that have the wiring in, that means that you can put fog lamps in your bike. Okay, and you don't have to have a rear wire, you don't have to have anything switched on the BCM or ECM. If you don't have that, then I'm afraid you're going to have rewiring. And basically it's the wiring that goes up to the switch gear. Instead of, I think it's 2 wires, this has actually got 4 wires. And again, it really depends which market you're in as well. And really it operates, it's not really a positive and a negative. This is all to do with the CAN bus system, how things are switched on, switched off by the BCM and ECM, and that will tell which circuit for it to go and activate. So there we go. So basically it's different wiring that has to be put in, different switch gear, and the innards of the switch, if you know what I mean. It's not just the switch cap, it's not just this switch cap that needs to be changed, it's actually behind there as well. So the whole switch has to be changed. So if you've already got it on there, let's say you've got a deluxe, for example, well then obviously you've already got your auxiliary lamps, no problem. If you've got a Sport Glide or any other Softail that you can rock that left turn indicator, then that means you can activate the fog lamps just by that, although it isn't marked. If you get extension caps for your turn indicators and you pull up on it, because that'll be easier for it to rock over, then yes, you'll see that that fog lamp may come on. And if that's the case, then if there's a rocking motion, you've got the wiring in. If you haven't got any of that, just like mine, then you won't be able to do it. You have to reroute the wiring all through the handlebars, get new switch gear, so on and so forth. So it really depends. If you want to do that, go through the hassle, all that, or you just want to wire up your fog lamps either directly via a switch and fuse to the battery, or go via the P&A accessories port 325B at the under the seat, or under the headstock here by the USB P&A accessories port there as well. I've got future videos coming out about that as well. But anyway, you can either go via that route yourself and just have a separate switch that you can hide somewhere. So that most cases what's happening is that people, if they are putting on fog lamps, they are just going for the extra switch, and most of the time what they're doing is this: they're routing wiring either inside the handlebars or on the outside underside here, and they're putting a switch right here. Okay, so they take that screw out and just put a little push button switch there. Now, a word of warning for you, any of you guys there: if you've had any stage upgrades done on your bike, let's say you've got a stage 1 or a stage 2 and you're using an FP3 tuner, this might not work out for you immediately, and especially if they have to do a BCM or ECM reflash. The reason is, especially with the FP3 tuners, and it might apply to other tuners as well, there seems to be some kind of interference there. So what's happening is that the Harley techs are having to go to Vance & Hines with the FP3 and get a new map for your bike to compensate for this new addition as well. It's all very technical, and it's a bit of a minefield actually, but essentially if you've had this already done and then you want to put in fog lights by this new switch gear, you might have a few issues straight away, or I should say your tech who is actually going to reflash everything might have a few issues, so they have to go to Vance & Hines to the FP3, get something rejigged there, then they can work it out. Most people, as I say, are not going via this switch gear, they're actually just going via a separate button. So it really depends which route you want to go. I personally like it actually on the turn indicator there. I think it's a much cleaner look. It's all within the handlebars, so that would be my preference if I was putting fog lights on the bike and I just wanted a clean look with a co-located turn indicator and fog lamp, like is on the Deluxe, of course. So there we go, that's the mystery. I know quite a few people online have been talking about this, and indeed a friend of mine has even got on his bike one of these switches that is hidden, it's not marked, it's a rocking switch, so it can activate the fog lamps or not. Some bikes have got them, some bikes don't. So it's up to you which route you want to take. But say this is the fog lamp switch for certain Softails, certain Sport Glides, and whether they've had the wiring already put in there. It's not right across the board. It certainly wasn't across the board for 2018, 2019. There were a few 2019 bikes that had it hidden in there, but there are a few 2020 bikes that may have had it. It depends which market you've bought your bike as well, and that's a key issue. issue and where the bike has been sourced from. That really depends on that switch, so it might be more prevalent in certain markets than it is in other areas as well. But anyway, hope you found that useful. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Check out the website RevelatorAlf.com, and I will catch you again on another video. Ta-da.